how many rolls of tape can a Lamborghini drive through before it's completely wrote off?
Oh boy.
This is the question Mr. Beast asks, along with loads of other crazy stunts that he's done.
This is the largest shredder in the world. Flattening a Lamborghini with a hydraulic press. Send the Lamborghini!
And all of these crazy stunts have racked up hundreds of millions of views on YouTube. And if you're wondering, it was 25,000 rolls. And now I'm about to find out how much damage that actually caused because I've just bought the Lamborghini that went through that tape. We've come halfway across the world again to get this. I think we've got the brain power and the initiative to get this car back on the road. The good thing as well, this car is a clean title. Mr. Beast, we think, just bought a perfectly good Lamborghini Gallardo and drove it through rolls of tape. So we've flown from the UK over to New York for this one. And then we're heading to Pennsylvania. Now this car isn't owned by Mr. Beast anymore and was actually damaged over a year ago. But we're buying it in hopes that we can rebuild it and get it back on the road. But we later found out why that hadn't already been done.
I think we've been scammed.
Have we been scammed?
We've been scammed. Why do we always get scammed?
First time in America, Leon.
It's so weird. Look at it. It's literally like being in a movie.
Welcome to Philly. This is Ed, the owner of the Mr. Beast Lamborghini. He's also got a YouTube channel where he's rebuilding cars from his driveway at home. And he's a super nice guy. First off, how the hell did you even get it?
So 2 years ago, this car was purchased by a dealer.
Right.
From, I think, an exotic car company rental. I know it's not like ideal.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast buys the car for a main channel video. A year later, it shows up in the duct tape video.
Oh
right?
no!
Gets totally destroyed, and a local enthusiast in North Carolina bought it.
Yeah.
So it sits in his warehouse for like 2 months, and this other guy buys it with no intention of fixing it. He's not like I don't think he's a handy guy. I think he maybe would have paid somebody to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
But I messaged him and I came to terms with it. So I bought it.
No way.
6 months later, I'm no better off than he was.
So looking back at it, maybe alarm bells should have been ringing now. This car's had 3 owners since it drove through the duct tape, and it's no better off than it was. But I'm still feeling optimistic. This could be, oh, well, we don't know whether it's a big mistake yet or not, do we? But
Money's already through, buddy.
yeah! Like, is that the door off it?
Yeah, I want the door though. That's part of the deal. Unless
How did it end up like that?
So if you watch the video closely, he doesn't go straight through the duct tape. He hits one of the posts on the side. Oh. The car goes sideways, rips the door off.
Oh my days.
Wanna pull it off?
Let's pull it off. Oh no!
The back end looks good.
Oh, the windows. So here is what once was a Lamborghini Gallardo LP550-2.
And that's not bad. You can fix that.
Oh my days.
The colour's cool.
Yeah, the colour. So it was white.
It's a white 50th. All the 50ths I think were white with gated manual suede interior or Alcantara. This is like a hybrid mix as a 50th.
And it's been wrapped blue, I assume, just for,
You know, man.
like, visual.
Visual, yeah. Mr. Beast always wraps his car blue or red.
Is that pushed down?
Oh, this is almost
Yeah,
down.
right.
All this is, bro.
It's tape in the wheels.
Wow.
The dashboard's gone. The roof is
How
like.
do so much damage from duct tape? Now you can say, I know my way around a Lamborghini Gallardo after I rebuilt my one back in the UK, but a lot of this damage looks structural. So this is going to be a whole new challenge.
This is cracked.
This is broken, yeah. This is a big job, but I think it's a new challenge. Where did the interior go?
Well, the driver's seat's gone because it was remote control, which is pretty cool.
Oh, right.
So if you think about the inertia in that crash, they made it remote control.
Well, that's one thing that we didn't know. Mr. Beast had paid to make the Lamborghini drive by remote control only, so no one was hurt when it hit the duct tape. This kind of gives you the idea of the type of budget he has just to make a YouTube short video. That's the way the world has become. Somehow his channel has become that profitable that he could just drive into tape for an Instagram reel. Or like
That's wild, isn't it?
Now, because of the remote control system, pretty much the whole of the interior has been stripped. And then because of the crash, the airbags have deployed in the dashboard. All of this we need to repair. But I remember the headlights and the radiators pack being ridiculously expensive for this car.
Brother, I got headlights up on that shelf for you.
Yes! On the left-hand side, the only damage to the suspension I can see is to this inner tie rod.
How has tape done this?
And on the right-hand side, everything looks all good, including the tie rod.
Not too bad this side. Well, we're gonna have fun, at least, aren't we?
Oh, look here.
Oh no!
Oh, it's come all the way back here.
At first, we thought this huge dent was due to a kink in the chassis, but because the wrap was scratched, it looks instead like something has hit it.
This isn't from the duct tape.
Really?
This is how I knew it was from the main channel video. So they shot a tank projectile at it, and there's slow-mo of it going by, and that dent shows up.
So before the duct tape video, this Gallardo was used in another Mr. Beast video, where it was going to give away the car as long as the contestant could protect it from a tank which is going to shoot stuff at it.
One!
And the contestant did well, apart from one shot nearly missed the Gallardo, but it looks like some type of debris hit that rear quarter panel.
We can definitely say we've never fixed a car that's been shot at by a tank and drove into tape.
yeah, that's true.
What your door hinges going to be?
Oh my god.
Oh, this is massive.
Yeah,
We'll basically have to rebuild the whole car
Yeah.
in pieces.
Well, every time we come to America and buy a car, it's always like 10 times worse than we think.
Yeah. How was that smashed? Do you think from the impact
Yeah,
here?
it must
and
have
just
been that.
vibrated through?
It's got to have been that, like bang, on there. The damage is bad, but let's try and get a positive out of it. Does the car start?
Why have I bought this?
One key.
That can't be standard. Call the lights. Well, we got to look at the positives, because at the minute it starts up. It's a Lamborghini with a clean title and 4 wheels on it. And there's even more good news. Ed has already bought a lot of the parts to fix the car, and they're included in the sale.
I did the math. If you just went to the dealer and bought all the parts that are in the shed, it was like $140,000.
But thinking about it now, maybe more alarm bells should have been ringing. We've got a full front frame, loads of structural parts, and a full interior for the car. But we didn't have time to second guess this, because the trailer was here to pick it up.
Clean Lamborghini title.
Wicked.
Way to go, brother.
Perfect, thank you. Let's go fix it. The deed was done. I now owned a Lamborghini Gallardo. It's time to get it out of it. Okay, she's loaded up. Time to sort out the mess that I've just bought over in Florida. See you there.
And here it is, in Florida at Freddie's unit. It's been a while since we've been here, and I'm excited to get started on this car because it's always good when we're in Florida. The sun's shining.
Sun's shining. This is great. This is better than being at home, ain't it? This is so much better. Is that the trailer? Did you see it?
And it's time to start the work. We're going to go with the logical approach and work away from the front of the car backwards. We've got to strip off all the parts on this front frame, and then we can get a true understanding of how badly damaged it actually is. We're removing all of these parts, some of which we won't actually need. Like this module here is to open garage doors, which is quite common on American cars. But eventually, we got the frame stripped. Here we go. Now we need to get that front end looking like that front end. We're going to take some measurements because Ed bought this front and we know it's not been in a crash. So we're going to take some measurements to make sure that this and everything is straight on here before we start taking out something like this, because that's been pushed back obviously from tape, but that's a really weak point. If we're going to do any cuts, we're going to cut them from where it's originally welded by Lamborghini, so then we can make a nice cut in there. Measure that, measure this, start cutting this off, start cutting that off, get it all lined up, and then we're going to need to get some form of welder. Let's go. Okay, here's the two frames. And whilst visually they might look the same, of course R1 is damaged and it might have some slight bends in it. So we need to be 100% sure we get this right.
What is with the weather?
Rain in Florida.
You told me it was sunny here all the time.
First step, let's get our frame inside. And really we should be using a tram gauge for this, but we don't have one of these measuring devices in Freddie's unit, so at the minute we're using the next best thing, which is a tape measure. And we're going to be measuring from corner to corner just to make sure it all lines up exactly the same on each bit of frame. And so far, the news is good. We can start stripping. Right, so on this one, we can cut off way more than we actually need, and then fine tune it once we got it off. But on that side, we need to make sure that we're only cutting it where the welds are, because that's where we want it to go back on. We need to make sure it goes back in the same place, the exact same place. So let's go. Just like we said, we're cutting off way more than we need off our donor chassis at the front, and then we can fine tune it around the welds once we get that piece off. Yay! Now that that's off, let's go back over to the Gallardo and try and cut this off as neat as possible, and only on the welds. This part of the car is like the skeleton of it, and if it isn't right and we don't get it in the same place, when we bolt on the bonnet, the bumper and all the wings, none of it's going to line up. Whilst Liam is cleaning all that up, well, he was cleaning all that up, he's decided to have a break now. I'm going to get this perfect so it's ready to go on. Then we're going to solve the issue on how we're going to weld this on. Because this is aluminium, we can't use MIG welding, which is what we know how to do. This is TIG welding, which is special aluminium welding, different temperature, more precise. And actually, the welds on this are quite nice compared to Ferrari. Let's get this ready and prepped so we can get it ready for Mr. Beast's car. Let's go. Now this is a crazy amount of work, and if you've bought a car without knowing this work had been done, I think you'd be pretty disappointed. But there is a way of finding out, and that's with Car Vertical. All you need to do is pop your VIN number or registration into Car Vertical and it will show you the full history of the car. Whether it's ever been damaged, whether there's ever been any mileage fraud, exported, or even stolen. On top of that, you'll see a full timeline of every time an ownership's been changed or a registration plate has been put on it. And if your car was damaged, it will sometimes even show you photos of the car when it was auctioned off at the car crash auction website. Okay, this is pretty much prepped and ready to go on, and if you want to set your car out with Car Vertical, you can do with the link in the description box below, and using the code that's on the screen now, you're going to save yourself a nice bit of discount on that check. Let's see if it lines up. I think we fixed it. Like again, this part, when we weld it on, I think this just mounts the crash bar, which we haven't got yet. But if it's out by a mil or so, like there's always a bit of movement in the crash bar. But I think generally, even if you look at this bracket, look where that bracket sits, it's pretty much in the exact spot as where it's where it was, and that's looking a lot better now on the front, isn't it? Things were looking good. The new part of the frame was pretty much ready to be welded to the old part of it. But from here, it's going to step up a level. Yeah, okay, that was probably the easiest part, but we don't have a welder yet, and that needs welding on. So until we sort out the welding situation, we've got some more structural damage that we need to attend to. And as we're about to start the next job, my dad arrived.
Here he is.
Oh, the superhero's here!
Come to help us.
Oh, hey?
Come to help us.
Looks like you've done it. But really, we were only just getting started. This next job was going to unveil a lot of problems. Next up, the B pillar. R1, which doesn't look too bad, but it looks like the door's ripped out, thanks to duct tape, and that is bent in. And to replace that, Ed bought this. So I think if we can take off the outer skin from here, which all of this seam sealer is going to be covering over a bit of the skin, and I'm hoping we can separate it off that, and then once we work out how this comes off, we should be able to take it off nicely off there. Or yeah, is that the best way to do it?
No idea.
No.
Just start cutting it.
So we need to get the outer skin of this B pillar off, then we can replace it. Let's get going. Because that panel we're trying to keep in good condition, this panel doesn't matter too much about. So instead of drilling, I can use the belt sander to belt sand the metal around the rivet, which will weaken it, and I'll be able to knock the rivet out and get that off, because this is scrap. The way the outer panel is fixed to the inner panel on the inside of the door is with rivets, which is sometimes very hard to see because the paint covers over them. So Liam's using a wire wheel to get rid of the paint to expose the rivets, then he can drill them out. Whereas I'm using a belt sander, because it doesn't matter if I damage this panel, it's coming off and going in the scrap. Another bit we need to get off is the seam sealer. This is usually there to seal the gaps between two panels. And to get to the seam sealer on the Gallardo, I need to remove the wheel, the arch lining, and the side skirt as well. Now usually the manufacturers will rivet panels together instead of welding, because it's usually an aluminium panel joined into a steel panel, and you can't weld two different types of metal. But on this Gallardo, it seems to be all aluminium, so I guess they've just done the rivets for it to look neat inside the door, and everywhere else they've used welds, which is what I'm cleaning away and grinding it now. And whilst Liam's back on the donor panel drilling out the rivets. Once I've weakened the rivets on the Gallardo, I can then get my chisel and hammer and try and separate the outer skin from the inner structure of the car. Now what we're hoping at this point is that there's no damage to the inner structure, because if there is, this job becomes a hell of a lot worse. But we won't find that out until I get this outer skin off. And I'm just about getting the edges off now. I'm then going to make a nice cut along the side skirt, and eventually we'll have to match that cut on the donor panel so we can weld the two together and join it like it never happened. But once I got this panel off, it was looking like bad news. So this bit, this is where the door mounts to, and if that isn't flat, your door is not going to close. Yeah, you can see from here, if you have a look up from here, look how far in it is. Yeah, look at that. This is so far in. I think if we put that door on that he gave us, I think it'll be a clear indication of how far out it actually is. But at least if we're going to try and bend it back, we're going to have to put the door on and do it whilst the door's on to get this shut fine. You can't exactly just go, oh, you know what, we're going to cut through here and cut through there and do it. It just wouldn't work. This is now structural damage. The outer skin of the part that we've just cut off is more a cosmetic thing, but this thick part where the door mounts to is the actual structure of the car.
So now we've got all this off, how are we looking?
So that was easier, front was easier. We can do that, we just need to be able to weld it. This side, not good. So this is where the door mounts, and it's so important where the door mounts, because if you mount the door wrong, your door to wing gap's going to be off, and your door to rear quarter gap's going to be off, and then if your door don't sit flat, your window's not going to go up straight. You're going to have whistly windows, and you're going to have whistly doors because they're not going to close properly. The only way we can see a fix in this, because you can't just chop this out, the only way we can see a fix in this is taking this outer panel, cutting that out and putting a new one in, and there will be welds in it that wasn't there before, but it will be strong, and this isn't like a crumple zone, so we could possibly do that. But the more I've looked at it, and even now looking at it now, this looks like it's gone down. Like, even I can feel the bulge here. I can feel that this is bulged. So I'm thinking the tape or something has pushed this down, which has also caused this to be a bit cattywampus. and then we've had a look on the roof, and then we've noticed this little kink here. That little kink there. So if that kink is gone like that, that says to us that this part of the roof has gone down. So for us to get that back straight, we've got to push the roof back up, which possibly when we do take the roof off, everything might all ping back to where it wants to go. But it's such a risk, because you could do all this and then you would start fitting the panels on, they just might not line up. Okay, this sucks. One small thing could be causing a huge problem. And the worst part about it, I don't think it was even the duct tape that caused it. Because the car didn't go straight when it hit the tape, it looks like it was more the pillar which did this damage. But we still might be able to fix this. That was until the problems got worse. Oh my god, yeah.
That's come down.
Oh my days. That's gone
This is not going
that way.
Yeah.
Either gone down or that's gone like that.
Because that's all split on where that needs to be.
Yeah. Oh my days.
That's all right. This side's okay.
Yeah, that side's fine.
That's completely separated from where that needs to be.
You can see on this part of the A-pillar, the welds look all good. But on the other side, you can see it's split. Something stressed it.
Look at this bit, it sits flat like that. And then look at this bit, it's going tilted down.
Yeah,
so that's come down and then separated there.
Oh my days. And that holds the wing on. The bracket for the wing's meant to be here. So if you put the wing on, it'd be like that.
Do you know that big bit there? Should that be flat?
No way. Is that meant to be not like that?
Yeah, that's meant to be. Oh, that's meant to be flat. Oh.
Hey look, here's flat.
This car is finished. Mr. Beast has killed it.
You can't straighten that back
Can't
out.
straighten it. The car's done. We just did all that work at the front. And we could have looked at this in his garage
And gone, you know what? I think we've been scammed.
Have we been scammed?
We've been scammed. Why do we always get scammed?
Look at the bulge on the outside of the A-pillar. On the left-hand side and on the right, there's none. Something is seriously wrong with this car. You could do it, but it would take so
A long time.
and I don't even know how will we do that. Look, this is bulged out. This is bulged out. It's pushed down. I've already bought parts for this car. At bare minimum, to get this car back straight, we're going to need a chassis jig, which is something we've never done before. And I don't even know how well the aluminium would bend back.
Is this it?
I don't actually know what we can do. It literally needs a whole new tub. People, I know everyone watching is going to want us to build this, but genuinely that is this. It's not Ed's fault. Ed obviously bought the car not knowing that. He might not have even seen that. He never even started trying to repair it. We got excited, bought the car. I didn't properly inspect it.
I can't believe that out of all the damage, that bit there is the decider.
It's like going to a house and then the mortgage lender will go to, and the house looks amazing, but if it's got that Japanese knotweed in it, you're finished. You're finished. They won't get you a mortgage on it. If we've just found the Japanese knotweed, what are we gonna do? It's been a long time since we've been defeated by a project. We've rebuilt almost every project we've started, even when it didn't make sense. But this one isn't looking promising. The damage is really unique. And I only think this damage was caused because it was crashed again after the windscreen was removed. That windscreen, I think, actually helped as a structure part of the car, giving support to that front frame. And once it was removed and hit the tape a second and a third time, it really finished this Gallardo off. Now we really need to decide what we're going to do.
Well, at least you know how much damage you get driving through tape now.
It's a new day and we're feeling positive now. We've had a sleep on it and it's not all bad news. We're gonna start logically with this. We don't want to 100% give up and lose it and cut our losses right now. We think it might be repairable. We've got time. We've got the brain power. Have we got the ability to do it? I don't know. We're about to find out. The first thing we do want to check, what we're going to start with, is we're going to ignore the rest. We're going to mount the door because Ed bought a door with hinges. I've kind of got a feeling that he might have tried this already, but we will try it. And we're going to put the door on, and when we mount the hinges and we close the door into the shut, we should be able to see how far out this top hinge is. The bolts are actually snapped out in this hinge here. There's one bolt which goes on the inside of the car. It's a massive long bolt. It goes on the inside and holds the hinge in here, and then there's a bolt from the outside which bolts in there. They're both snapped. But the bottom side is good. So we could bolt the hinge to the bottom. We'll see how far out the top is, and we'll go from there. If that's looking okay and reasonable, that's step one complete. We can then move on to the rest of the car and we'll kind of work from there. This seems impossible, but we've done a hell of a lot worse, I think. Let's get the door. First job is to remove the long bolt which goes on the inside of the car to the frame of it. But this bolt is seriously bent. Oh, there it is, it's out. And we'll give it some heat and we'll try and bend this bolt straight so we can knock it out. We're adding the heat to the bolt now, and we should be able to move it straight with a screwdriver and push it through onto the inside of the car. Bend it. Lift it up. Yeah, boy. Let's see how far out the door is, because this could be abysmal. And this would probably be the reason why that door was off. Here's the new bolt. Let's go home. Yeah, boy. Now the new bolt is fitted into place. It's already looking a little weird.
Okay, the new door. Just a little bit of a problem with this door. It's a grey one.
This is the door that's come with the car. Now it's time to line it up. The bottom hinge is looking good. We can slide the bolt in and do that up whilst latching the door at the back of the car as well. And at the minute, the panel gap isn't too far off.
This whole door needs to go down.
And to bring this door down, all we need to do is open the door and adjust this latch here. It only needs to go down a tiny bit, and it could be good news. Give that a try.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It is a little close, right? It's a little close there. So that would mean, okay, maybe we'll go a bit forward on the hinge. Yeah, we've got a small issue there.
Do you reckon that's got a different hinge on?
So what's happened
The whole
here?
thing is gone. See ya.
Yeah, this
Like
is
that.
like at first we thought that this hinge is just bent that way and it's in this correct spot. This is now confirmed that it ain't in the correct spot, because if we put a bolt through there, it's obviously not going to go into the mounting point. To get this in the mounting point, this door's got to go all the way back, and that's probably what happened in the accident. This is bolted to the strongest part of this car here, this B pillar, and it's had the accident and it's pulled it back. We also think the roof's probably come down, which means that this is now like that on an angle. So the positivity days
Coming to an end.
I don't know if it's an optical illusion, but that glass there, where it does look like it's in there, it does look like it's gone like that. Do you think? Our day of being positive wasn't looking good. We even tried to line the bolt up with the hinge and get it into place, and it does manage to grab onto the hinge, but when doing so, it's pulled the door out really far at the back. Okay, obviously this is not in the right position, but I've also noticed something might be also another thing. I was thinking that the suspension and everything was all untouched and not broken, apart from that inner tie rod on that side. And I do think the suspension is okay. I don't think anything's bent. But where the suspension mounts to, which is the actual body of the car, I think something has moved. I've got a slight inkling that it's moved, and the only reason I say that is because I think this gap here looks very close, almost to the point where I would think if we full locked it, I'm not sure it even, I'm thinking it might even hit the chassis. To see if the front wheels have actually moved out of their place, we're going to measure from the back wheel to the front wheel in the fixed locations. We've got a measurement on the right hand side, and then we're going to head over to the left hand side, and it should be exactly the same to prove that the wheels are square. But that wasn't the case.
Over 1/8 of an inch longer this side.
Yeah, so that side definitely has gone back then. As well as this going down and this lifting up, it must have also pulled the wheel that way as well. Right, let's call someone before we work out what we're going to do with this car. Let's give them a ring and see if this is actually possible or not. Yo!
Hey, what's going on, dude?
So we need some advice and help.
Okay.
So this is Jack. And Jack has spent years working in a body shop, rebuilding crash damaged cars for his work, and now does it on YouTube. If there was anyone we need to ask for advice for on this type of work, it was going to be him. But this hinge doesn't, if we want to get the door shut perfectly there, this hinge has got to go forward to here. Up here.
Oh yeah, you can see it right there.
That's
where the flex point is.
We went through the whole car explaining all the damage that we've just found, just to get his opinion to see whether this thing was actually fixable.
Duct tape did that?
Yes, and judging by his reaction, he was as shocked as we were about the damage. Is it fixable?
I think anything's fixable, but it might not be worth it.
How is that fixable? What do you need to fix that? Like,
You would need another car that's maybe crashed in the rear, and then cut all the good parts off of that, and then kind of lay them in place onto this car and start welding them in place.
okay, so it's either a whole new tub or a car which is crashed in the rear that we can chop off the front and basically fix to this one.
Yeah.
The news is just getting worse.
Oh dear. Bad news?
Positivity day. The positive that we could take out of that is that we aren't professionals and we had the same opinion as a professional.
Yeah, positive. I like it. I like it.
Positive. First off, let's go through the expense of the car. So the Gallardo cost me $60,000. Good one of these, $140,000. Now, with the car, we bought a lot of parts, and those parts are valuable. We got a bonnet, we got seats, we got a roof, we got a complete interior, a dashboard, headlights. And a whole load of more parts. All this stuff is pretty valuable and cost me $30,000. I also had to pay $3,000 to get the car here. We're in £93,000. Could we get our money back? I think we could get close to our money back. We would take a loss. I think we're going to take a 10 or 20 grand loss if we sell this to a breaker, because there is stuff that's valuable on here: rear lights, bumper, engine, gearbox. There's a lot of valuable stuff on it, but I don't think it's valuable as a car to rebuild, so we are going to take a loss. Or there's another option, and that option is we commit to rebuilding this car, and to do so we're going to need a lot more parts. We're going to probably need a whole chassis or the front of a chassis to do so, and 100% we're going to be in way deeper than what this car is actually worth. I don't know, and I'm going to leave it up to you guys to decide. But thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.
Fix or not to fix?
Not to fix.
Fix or not to fix?
Fix.
I think we might have to save our energy for something in Dubai.
Like a drug that I just can't deny.